Hello and welcome back to another video, and it's time for another Channel 5 drama, and it's been a little while since we've had one of these. Back in March and April it was like buses, none for ages and then three come at once, because in March we had Love Rat, and then The Cuckoo, The Cuckoo came in April, and then we had Coma, which is utterly ridiculous, and The Cuckoo was also quite fun. Love Rat was beyond silly. But now we're into July, and we have the Night Caller. We've had to wait a while for this. So the premise goes that former science teacher Tony Conroy, played by Glenister, now works the night shift as a taxi driver in Liverpool, living a solitary life as he drifts to the monotony of picking up and dropping off passengers, night in and night out. After an uncomfortable conversation with a former colleague, Tony feels a desperate need to talk to someone and decides to call late night radio show NightTalk, which is hosted by Sean Pertwee, who you can see on screen right now. I actually thought he was the main star in this, but it appears Glenister is the main star, although, I mean, quite frankly, when is Sean Pertwee going to take over as Doctor Who? Take over, I mean, obviously his dad was the third Doctor. I didn't really watch Doctor Who until I was a kid. Well, until I was a kid. I was born a kid, and then later on I became an adult, although I'm not very good at adulting. But, yeah, my first Doctor was Tom Baker. And then the second best Doctor after that was, of course, Matt Smith. Now, I did watch... when did I watch after that? After Tom Baker, I watched Peter Davison, and then when Colin Baker took over, I didn't like him. His character was just too cocky, and I don't like cocky people, even if they're fictional. So, yeah, I was out with that. Anyway, so I've got the first episode of this to watch, but at the time of watching this trailer, I've not seen the episode. So, and even when I do watch it, I can't put a review online until after the first episode has aired, and it starts on Sunday night. So let's go to the start of the trailer.
Welcome to Night Talk with me, Lawrence Brightway.
We have a new caller.
You're live on air, Tony.
Now, when I see drama based around a late night talk show host, I start thinking of talk radio, which I know was on the stage in America, but the first I knew about it was when Eric Bogosian brought it to the screen, directed by Oliver Stone. Although it was in the 80s, and that kind of film, well, I don't think it would have ended up on the cinema in the UK. I mean, most cinemas only had like one or two screens at most, possibly three, depending on where you went. And yeah, I saw it on video, basically. Bloody amazing film. Talk radio with Eric Bogosian, who's also the baddie in Under Siege 2. But yeah, that won't have been directed by Oliver Stone. Amazing film, and yeah, apparently based on the play of the same name. And I understand that Eric Bogosian also played the role in that as well. But if you're going to watch Night Talk, if you're going to watch Talk Radio, just watch Talk Radio. Don't look up any of the credits before you watch it. Some of the credits will give you a bit of a spoiler. So just look for Talk Radio, just watch it, and then look stuff up afterwards.
27 years loyal service, so they could just throw me on the scrap heap.
It's okay, mate. I hear you. You're amongst friends. I know how hard it can be to cope. I understand. Sometimes it can feel like we're just going through the motions, right? Eat, sleep, work, repeat.
And this will be on nightly, so you'll be eating, sleeping, watching the Night Caller, and repeat for 4 nights in a row.
We small hours can play tricks on a man's mind. But you know what happens when you keep it all in? There comes a point when you just...
Now, before we get to him finishing that sentence, sorry, I had to pause it here because he looks Sean Pertwee looks a little older than 50 because he's celebrating his 50th birthday there. And I looked him up, and it's not his fault, this. But yeah, he's born in June 1964. Did my voice just go funny then? I got a bit of a cold. He's born in June 1964, so he's 60. But yeah, if I could knock off 10 years, I would do.
But you know what happens when you keep it all in? There comes a point when you just explode. You are a man I am proud to call my friend. You're a liar.
Ooh.
This is the last broadcast you'll ever give.
That's a bit mean. Just, didn't even invite him in for a drink. He just so he'll force his own way in. Anyways, it starts on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. So I'd say I'll certainly be watching it then. I say I've got the first episode to watch prior to broadcast, but I'll review that and then it'll go online at 10 o'clock, which is when the episode will end, obviously, because hour-long programs, they run from 9 till 10, and hour-long programs last an hour, including their adverts. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. We've got Robert Glenister, Sean Pertwee, Suzanne Packer, Stephen Walters, Anthony Brophy, Esther A.O. James. I've no idea who any of them are, apart from Glenister and Sean Pertwee. And obviously Robert Glenister's got a famous brother, Philip Glenister, a.k.a. Gene Hunt in Life on Mars, which is, brilliant series. Ashes to Ashes, not quite as good, but, you can't have everything. Anyways, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all notifications, and cue Genesis.